An ancient Hopi prophecy states that when the blue star Kachina makes its appearance in the heavens, the fifth world will emerge. It also speaks about the manifestation of 9 signs foretelling this world-changing event. Could it be happening right now? In long forgotten times, people inhabiting Earth had a very different connection to the spirit world than we have today. The peaceful people, the Hopi, have been living in northeastern Arizona since they can remember and are believed to be descendants from cultures to the south, east, and north. The Hopi believe the star people and their star knowledge will return at the end of the current period of time as they have in past times. Their entire mythology is built upon the assumption that the world goes through successive cycles separated by cataclysmic events. According to their legends, at the time of the Blue Kachina, the star people retreated to the heart of the earth, seeking shelter during the world's destruction. Passed down from generation to generation, their intriguing mythology describes the event. First, the Blue Kachina would start to be seen at the dances and would make his appearance known to the children in the plaza during the night dance. This event would tell us that the end times are very near. Then the blue star Kachina would physically appear in our heavens, which would mean that we were in the end times. When the first world was destroyed, people returned from the ground to the outer world to live as ants for the continuation of the second world. The third world tells of an advanced civilization with flying shields and wars between far-off cities ultimately destroyed by terrible floods, narratives very similar to those found in Babylonian mythology. Hopi Indians are now wardens of the fourth world in exchange for the benefit of living on Earth. They consider the coming of the fifth world is near and will begin when members of the Fire Clan return. The Hopi claim that 4 stone tablets of creation exist. In ancient times, these tablets were given to them by Masao, the guardian of the underworld, who requested that the tablets be kept until a number of signs were fulfilled at the end of the fourth world and the beginning of the fifth. When the signs appeared, the Hopi were advised to reveal the tablets and their prophecies to the world regarding the purification of Earth. The 9 signs of destruction were described by author Bob Frisell, and something in this book is true. The signs were described to him in 1958 by a Hopi elder named Whitefeather. Number 1. We are told of the coming of the white-skinned men, like Pahana, but not living like Pahana, men who took the land that was not theirs, and men who struck their enemies with thunder. Number 2. Our lands will see the coming of spinning wheels filled with voices. In his youth, my father saw this prophecy come true with his own eyes. Number 3. A strange beast like a buffalo, but with great long horns, will overrun the land in large numbers. These Whitefeather saw with his own eyes too. Number 4. The land will be crossed by snakes of iron. Number 5. The land shall be crisscrossed by a giant spiderweb. 6. The land shall be crisscrossed with rivers of stone that make pictures in the sun. Number 7. You will hear of the sea turning black, and many living things dying because of it. Number 8. You will see many youths who wear their hair long like my people come and join the tribal nations to learn their ways and wisdom. Number 9. You will hear of a dwelling place in the heavens, above the earth, that shall fall with a great crash. It will appear as a blue star. Very soon after this, the ceremonies of my people will cease. Many believe the first 8 signs have already been fulfilled. The first sign can be interpreted as the arrival of Europeans on the North American continent. The second is a reference to the early exploration of America using the wagon as a primary means of locomotion. The next 3 signals point to other European influences, such as the arrival of cattle and the emergence of railroads and telephone lines. The rivers of stones mentioned in the 6th sign can only be roads and highways. The 8th sign is pretty self-explanatory and encapsulates the symptoms of worldwide pollution. The Hopi believe that increased toxicity levels in the Earth's oceans are a clear indication that the second to last sign is already upon us. There is no doubt we are in the final hours of an old world. On June 8th of the year 2000, a Hopi elder gave us another prophecy, which included instructions for all of mankind. The elder said, "You have been telling people that this is the 11th hour. Now you must go back and tell the people that this is the hour, and there are things to be considered. Where are you living? What are you doing? What are your relationships? Are you in right relation? Where is your water? Know your garden. It is time to speak your truth. Create your community. Be good to each other, and do not look outside of yourself for your leader." Then he clapped his hands together, smiled, and said, "This could be a good time. There is a river flowing now very fast. It is so great and swift that there are those who will be afraid. They will try to hold on to the shore. They will feel they are being torn apart and will suffer greatly. Know the river has its destination. The elders say we must let go of the shore, push off into the middle of the river, keep our eyes open and our heads above water. And I say, see who is in there with you and celebrate. At this time in history, we are to take nothing personally, least of all ourselves. For the moment that we do, our spiritual growth and journey come to a halt. The time of the lone wolf is over. Gather yourselves. Banish the word struggle from your attitude and your vocabulary. All that we do now must be done in a sacred manner and in celebration. We are the ones we've been waiting for.